the catching tonight, and he will bat ninth. The Yankees lineup looks like this. Oswald Peraza, who, by the way, is 1 for 5 in this series. He had 4 walks on Monday night. By the way, he has 7 walks in 38 at-bats this season. He's batting only .211, but Peraza is the leadoff hitter tonight for the Yankees. And despite the .211 batting average, his on-base percentage is .375 because of those 7 walks in 38 at-bats. He's 3 for 12 against the Angels this season. Gleyber Torres comes in hot. He is 10 for his last 22. Torres is batting second, followed by Giancarlo Stanton, who's batting just 196, still looking for his first hit of this series. He'll be followed by DJ LeMahieu, Anthony Volpe, Franchi Cordero, Harrison Bader, Kyle Higashioka, the pride of Edison High School. Shout out to the Charger Nation. And Oswaldo Cabrera is batting ninth for the Yankees on this Wednesday. My name is Roger Lodge. We got a lot more pregame to get to, so don't go anywhere. We're getting you ready for the Angels and the Yankees from Angels Stadium. A first pitch, 4:07, right here on Angels Radio, AM 830. here's what's on tap. Angels, Yankees. Chase Silseth, who's 1-1 with an ERA of 5.30. They just brought him back up for this start. Jaime Barria was probably thought to make this start a couple of weeks ago, but then you look at the fact that Barria's come out of the Angel bullpen a couple of times since the All-Star break, so they needed the extra arm. Chase Silseth is here. Carlos Rodon makes the start tonight for the Yankees, only his third as a member of this Yankee ball club. Remember, Rodon signed the 6-year, $162 million deal during the offseason to be here with the Yankees. So, Silseth, Rodon, Angels, Yankees. Halos come in an even 500 at 48-48. The Yankees are now 4 games over 500, 50-46. They are in dead last in the American League East as the Angels go for the sweep on this Wednesday. And that is What's on Tap, brought to you by Golden Road Brewing. Golden Road Brewing is truly California inspired. We're hoping that Chase Silseth is inspired tonight, making his first start in quite a while for the Angels. Earlier this season, Silseth appeared in 9 ball games for the Angels, including 1 start. And we'll see what he can do tonight, because this is a golden opportunity for Chase Silseth. And when you look at all of the injuries that the Angels are going through right now, at the moment, believe it or not, the Angels have 16 players on the injured list. They've used the IL a total of 25 times this year for 23 different players. And the 16 players currently on the injured list are the most in Major League Baseball. So there's going to be a lot of young players getting an opportunity like Mickey Moniak is doing and taking advantage of. Look at Zach Neto atop the Angel order tonight. He's played very, very well on and off the injured list, but now he's back and things seem to go pretty well for Zach Neto. Michael Stefanik is in there getting a lot of extra playing time. So there's opportunity abound for this Angel ball club. Silseth 1-1 this year, ERA 5.30 in 18 2/3 innings for the Angels here in 2023. You might remember Silseth being selected in the 11th round of the 2021 Major League Draft. He made his big league debut last May the 13th, becoming the first player from the 2021 draft class to reach the major leagues. He ended up making 9 appearances last season, all starts. He went 1-3 with an ERA of 6.59. Well, Chase Silseth trying to make the most of an opportunity here tonight as the Angels go for the sweep against the New York Yankees. Hey, fans, you can win a 2-night stay, 1 round of golf or 1 round of bowling, and dinner for 2 at Fantasy Springs Resort Casino. Hey, to enter for your chance to win, just text the word fantasy to 714-888-7250. Again, text the word fantasy to 714-888-7250. And for complete sweepstakes rules, log on to am830.net. That's am830.net, and good luck. When we come back, we'll hear from Angel manager Phil Nevin. We're also going to count down the first pitch with Terry Smith and Mark Langston on this Wednesday as we get you set for the Angels going for the sweep against the New York Yankees. The Halos already playing game number 97 of this 2023 season. Where does the time go? Halos are 26-22 at home so far this season in 48 previous ball games out here at the Big A. The Angels currently sitting at 500 for the 13th time of the year. Let's change that. Get to 1 game over 500 on this Wednesday behind the right arm of Chase Silseth, and all the action right here on the Angel Baseball Radio Network.
You know what's better than fresh baked chocolate?
of 6-5. So a few of those teams ahead of the Angels in the wild card standings taking L's again on this Wednesday. But as far as the Angels are concerned, I don't think they're too worried about scoreboard watching right about now. They just want to get out there, take care of their own business, and let the cards lie where they may. We'll see what happens here with Chase Silseth on the mound tonight against Carlos Rodon. Don't forget to check out Huntington Beach Harley-Davidson and Riverside Harley-Davidson, the #1 Harley dealer group in all of California. That's Huntington Beach Harley, Riverside Harley, the #1 volume Harley dealer group in all of California. And like we did yesterday and the day before and possibly even a couple of shows before that, we'll let Phil Nevin give us the story as we get into our health report, always brought to you by Memorial Care. Memorial Care reminds you to stay hydrated and cool this summer by drinking 8 glasses of water a day, which means I have about 7 more to go right about now, and it's getting late in the day, so I better get to drinking some glasses of water while you listen to Phil Nevin give us an update on Anthony Rendon.
Yes. I mean, I get the perception that Anthony doesn't care. I promise you he does. Like, his attitude has not changed since spring training and all the discussions we've had. He's frustrated by it, a little confused by it, why it's still hurting and bothering him to do certain things, which certainly he's not able to do everything he can on the field. So it's frustrating for him. I'm not going to say it's frustrating for us. Of course, I'd love to have him, but I understand injury's injury, and if you're hurting and you can't go, you're just going to hurt the team if you get out there and play. Not up to your ability. I thought Big Moose has done a great job at third. Our offense has been holding up their end of the deal right now. Hopefully we get him back soon. I just keep saying soon. I don't know the day.
There you go, Phil Nevin talking about Anthony Rendon. Still, we have no idea when Anthony Rendon will be back. That's part of our health report, again, brought to you by Memorial Care. The Angels had that stretch where their rotation guys gave up 3 runs or less in 13 straight ball games. And then that went south a little bit. But the one thing the Angels always seem to have in common whenever they win ball games, the starting pitcher was really, really good. Like Griffin Canning on Monday night, like Patrick Sandoval last night, 7 1/3 innings, allowing only 2 hits. Well, we'll see what Chase Silseth can do tonight. When we come back, we'll count down the first pitch with Terry and Mark. That's still to come right here as we get you set for the Angels and the Yankees. I'm Roger Lodge, and this is the Angel Baseball Radio Network.
Turn your search into drive.
Why drive all over Southern California looking for a new or quality pre-owned vehicle? One stop does it all. The Irvine Auto Center. Shop from 17 top brands including imports, luxury, domestics, even exotics. Plus, choose from over 1,000 used cars. All makes, all models, all in one place. The Irvine Auto Center.
Turn your search into drive. Where the 5 meets the 405 at Lake Forest Drive.
On hot days, LA knows how to play it. With a burst of mango freshness. Mango Cart Mango Wheat Ale is crisp, refreshing, and made with real mango. Visit goldenroad.la to learn more. Mango Cart Mango Wheat Ale. Go Mango. Copyright 2021 Golden Road Brewing. Mango Cart flavored ale, flavored beer in Los Angeles.
tonight. He comes into the ball game batting a not very robust 155. Kyle Higashioka, the pride of Edison High School. Shout out to Charger Nation. He's hitting 240.
Hey, Terry Smith along with Mark Langston, our producer-engineer here on this Wednesday is Jorge Sevilla. And as always, we welcome you on the Angels Baseball Radio Network. This is the wrap-up game of this series and also the season series. The Angels have a chance to sweep the Yankees in this three-game set here at the Big A. Last time the Angels swept the Yankees in a series, you have to go back 14 years ago, back to the 2009 season. So we'll see if the Angels can do that. Halos coming away with wins in the first two games of this series, 5-1 in the ball game last night, and then that thrilling 4-3 10-inning win for the Angels on Monday evening. It is a warm late afternoon here at the Big A, bright sunshine, and the shadows will be a factor. They're not a factor at the moment, but they'll be starting to creep in from behind center the home plate area, and once that happens, it's going to be difficult for some of these hitters to pick up the pitches from the two starters. The starting pitchers for the Angels today, it'll be Chase Silseth. He is back from AAA Salt Lake, where he had a 4-1 record, 2.79 ERA. He's had several tours with the Angels this season. Hasn't pitched in a long time. In fact, 2 weeks ago, the last time he pitched, and he will be getting the baseball for the Angels in that ball game. Its most recent outing with the Angels was back on the 2nd of June, and that was a game in Houston after that game, and he was working in the bullpen at that time for the Angels. He was sent back to the minors. And for the Yankees, a pitcher that they were really banking on this season, haven't gotten a whole lot of mileage out of him this year, and that is Carlos Rodon. Signed a 6-year contract with the Yanks after last season. He was one of the most highly coveted free agent pitchers. He was with the
Mark Langston here at the Big A, and it's time for today's starting lineups of the final game of this three-game series against the New York Yankees. Starting lineups are brought to you by Bandai Namco and Pac-Man. Aaron Boone's Yankee lineup looks like this today. Leading off third baseman, Oswald Peraza. Batting second baseman, Gleyber Torres. Hitting third, designated hitter, Giancarlo Stanton. In the cleanup spot over at first base, DJ LeMahieu. Batting fifth, shortstop Anthony Volpe. Hitting sixth in right field, Franchi Cordero. Batting seventh, the center fielder Harrison Bader. Hitting eighth behind the plate, Kyle Higashioka. And batting ninth in left field, Osvaldo Cabrera. On the mound for the Yankees with a record of 0-2 and a 5.23 ERA, making his third start of the season, left-hander Carlos Rodon. For Phil Nevin, his Angels lineup looks like this. Leading off the shortstop, Zach Neto. Batting second, designated hitter Shohei Ohtani. Hitting third in left field, Taylor Ward. In the cleanup spot in center field, Mickey Moniak. Batting fifth, first baseman Eduardo Escobar. Hitting sixth in right field, Hunter Renfroe. Batting seventh, the third baseman Luis Rengifo. Hitting eighth at second base, Michael Stefanik. And batting ninth behind the plate, Chad Wallach. On the mound for the Halos, 1-1 record, 5.30 ERA, making his second start of the season, right-hander Chase Silseth. For all the action in the first pitch of the game here today, here's my partner, Terry Smith.
Well, thank you, Mark, and good afternoon, everyone. We are just about set for baseball. Let's quickly run down the umpires. Marvin Hudson, the home plate umpire. He is also the crew chief. He's known as a hitter's umpire, so generally a small strike zone. Hunter Wendelstedt, the umpire at first. Second base umpire John Tumpain. Third base umpire, and that is Ryan Blakeney. Here's the first pitch today, and that's a chase and a miss. We're underway, and the count 0-1. Oswald Peraza, the batter, 1 for 5 in this series. Had hits in 5 of his last 6 games. Angel snapped his little hitting streak in the ball game last night. That pitch misses. The count's even, 1-1. Angels have the red tops, white pants on. The Yankees have their traveling gray tops and bottoms with the dark blue numerals and lettering. Here's the next one, and that's on the outside corner, a called strike. 1-2 the count. Silseth, the 23-year-old right-hander, 6 foot, 217-pounder, working from the first base corner of the pitching rubber, delivers that one low and away. Phil Nevin was talking about Silseth before the ball game, and he was saying how the Angels want him to emphasize his power stuff. He's done some work on his slider since the Angels sent him back down. He has a good arm. We've seen him top out at 99. That one's 96. It's a little bit high and away, so the count's full. It's 3-2. Time and temperature, it's brought to you by Amtrak Pacific Surfliner. Choose the train, enjoy reclining seats, power plugs, Wi-Fi, and a market cafe with snacks and drinks. And on the 3-2 delivery, that is a sinking fastball at 95, and Peraza is out looking. So that is out number 1. Torres will be the batter. I want to remind you, you can plan a trip at PacificSurfliner.com/train trip. 89 degrees. It's warm here this late afternoon start. And the first pitch was right on time today at 4:07. Here's Gleyber Torres. He's been arguably their hottest hitter of late. Comes in with a 9-game hitting streak and 3 hits, including a homer in the series. Takes a slider for a strike. And here's the 0-1. It's fouled off on the right side, out of play.
A good fastball there at 96. The one thing with Chase Silseth, you mentioned 99, and we have not really seen that at all this year. Chase Silseth, when he went down, the velocity was really down, and it's nice to see that is back.
There's a slider missed outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Top of the first, just underway. It's being brought to you by Bandai Namco. Fun for all into the future. Here's the 1-2, and that's a one-hopper out of the reach of the shortstop Neto. That's going to bounce on out to Taylor Ward in left. So a 1-out hit, and Torres will extend his hitting streak to 10 straight games. The batter now will be Giancarlo Stanton. The first hit of the game presented today by 714 Tickets. If you want to make a hit on sports, concert, or theater tickets, log on to 714tickets.com. 714 Tickets. Call today, go tonight. Stanton's average has dropped under the 200 mark. He's hitting 196. He's not had a hit in this series. 0 for 9. He's 0 for his last 13 and 5 for his last 33. Yankees do not have Anthony Rizzo in the lineup, and he's in the worst slump of his big league career. Here's the pitch, and that is on the outside part of the plate for a called strike. 1 out, 1 on. Still Seth from the stretch. Pickoff toss, and getting back to the bag goes Torres. He will run. He hasn't had the best success stealing bases this year. He has 8, but he's also been caught 5 times. Here's the pitch, and that's waved at and missed. That was a good slider, and Stanton missed it by a mile.
Yeah, that swing looked like Stanton was all in on a fastball and was swinging no matter what. This is nowhere close to the strike zone, and you still get a swing out of that.
So 1-2 is the count. Here's the next one, and that's outside. It misses low.
Yeah, try it again. He tried the exact same pitch in the exact same spot. Stanton laid off of that one.
Yankees just have 1 win in the last week, 1-6 in their last 7. They've won only 5 of their last 15, and there's a swing and a miss. Fastball 96, blew it by him, struck him out. LeMahieu will be the next batter with 2 away.
Yeah, good fastball 96, but the location's even better. It is elevated and gets Stanton to chase it upstairs. Can't catch up to it.
So the Yankees had struck out 26 times in the first 2 games. They already have 2 more strikeouts for their first 2 outs today. Here's the pitch, and that is in there. A called strike around the infield. The Angels have Eduardo Escobar at first, Michael Stefanik at second, Luis Rengifo at third, Zach Neto at short, Taylor Ward's in left, Mickey Moniak's in center, Hunter Renfroe in right, Chad Wallach is catching, Shohei is DHing, and Silseth pitching. Next one, it's looped down the right side, foul. And so the count on LeMahieu is now 0-2. Little to no breeze here at the Big A. And it's warm, 89 at game time.
Yeah, driving in today, it was 93 when I parked my car.
There's a pitch on the outside corner, and Silseth has just struck out the side. He gets LeMahieu looking just like he got Peraza, their first batter in the inning. Good.
Apply anytime by visiting laaclubhouserewards.com.
First batter up for the Angels today is Zach Neto. He's hitting .249. A lot of games were played earlier today around the majors. There are still some night games that have yet to get underway. Texas beat Tampa Bay 5-1. Astros win in Colorado 4-1. Here's the pitch. Smacked on the third base side. Scooped up there by Peraza. His throw in time. And a quick out. One pitch out gets Zach Neto. Shohei Ohtani will be the next batter. Oakland A's beat the Boston Red Sox today 6-5. Later on, Seattle will be wrapping up their series against Minnesota. So here's Shohei. 4 hits, including a homer in this series. First pitch, tried to get away from that one. Rising up and in. Fouls off his bat over by the Angels on deck circle. 0-1 on Ohtani.
Boy, this fastball at 96 coming in, and that does let Shohei know that you can't dive for that outside corner to look for my off-speed pitches out there.
Next pitch, that one is low. Ohtani has a 7-game hitting streak. During the hitting streak, hitting .429, 4 homers in those 7 games, 8 runs batted in. 6th in the AL in batting average, 1st in homers, and 2nd in runs batted in. Takes that one low. It's 2 balls, 1 strike.
Rodon basically a 2-pitch pitcher. Fastball, big slider. He's got a changeup, curveball. Doesn't use either one of those very much at all.
There's a pitch that misses, and the count's now 3-1. Ohtani's first at bat of the game brought to you by Gung Ho Online Entertainment. Download Ninjala, free to play Bubblegum Brawler on the Nintendo Switch today. Here comes the 3-1. Big cut at that one, and he missed that fastball. That was at 96. Boy, Shohei was swinging from the heels there.
He was, and that one was up and out of the strike zone. Tough to catch up to that one again, 96.
See what happens on the payoff. Here it comes. He walked him. There's a fastball outside. Ohtani is on. Taylor Ward, who's hitting out of the 3-hole, will be the next batter.
Yeah, good take for Shohei on that one there. The pitch before was a little more in, and Shohei offered at it. That one was same height, but on more towards the outer part of the zone, and Shohei easily able to lay off of that one.
So here's Ward with Ohtani leading off first base, and the pitch swings and fouls it back, does Taylor Ward. He's yet to get a hit in this series, 0 for 7, 245 average. Ward had a 6-game hitting streak coming into this series, but no hits so far in the first 2. And that's a pitch on the outside part of the plate. He's down. It's no balls and 2 strikes.
And Rodon's got a really good slider. That last one was the slider.
Here's the next pitch, and jam was Taylor Ward. He fouls that one back behind the plate. 6th career start for Rodon against the Angels. 2-3 lifetime. 4.23 ERA. But this is the first time he's faced the Angels in a while. You have to go back to September of 2018. And here's the 2-strike pitch. That one misses high. Rodon's issues, forearm strain back in spring training. Then he seemed to be ready to get back in the swing of things. And then he had a back problem, some back soreness set him back during his rehab. Here's the 1-2. Chopped on the third base side, a foul ball. We're in the bottom of the first, and right now, no score. Bottom of the first, brought to you by Bandai Namco. Fun for all into the future. Rodon has pitched a no-hitter in his major league career. And here comes the next pitch. That's fouled off on the right side, backing out of play. Former first-round pick of the White Sox. 3rd player overall back in that 2014 draft. 56-48. Lifetime in the big leagues, 3.62 ERA.
Yeah, out of North Carolina.
1-2 pitch. That's hit well into left field. That ball's carrying deep out there. That ball's out of here. Well, Taylor Ward makes his first hit of this series, a big one. 2-run homer, 2-0 Angels.
The Taylor Ward home run number 11 on the season. Talked about how good that slider is for Rodon. This one's not the good one. This is the one that stays up. When he gets that one down, it starts just below the belt. That's the one that heads to the dirt. This one starts above that and ends up more towards the belt. And Taylor Ward turns on it, putting the Angels up 2-0.
4:05 the tail of the tape. Here's Moniak, and he takes that pitch for a ball. It's 1 ball and no strikes. That's the 18th game in a row now the Angels have homered, and that ties the all-time franchise record for consecutive games with a home run. You have to go back to the 1982 season, the last time the Angels had homered in 18 games in a row. So that's, if my math is right, over 40 years ago. 2-1 is the count. Mickey Moniak is the batter. And here's the pitch. He fouls that one back. Moniak, the 4th hitter in the lineup today. The Pick Your Part cleanup hitter. Looking to sell your junk car, clean up your backyard. Pick Your Part is Southern California's leading car buyer. Paying top dollar for your vehicle. Clean up big with Pick Your Part. Here's the next pitch, and that is a chase and a miss. Slider gets Moniak, and that's out number 2 in the inning. The Angels are going to have a lead after the first inning. I don't want to jinx things today, Mark, but in the last 15 games, either the Angels or their opponent has led after the first inning. Those teams are 15-0. Here's the pitch, and that one is fouled off on the left side.
So what you're telling me is we've got a chance.
And a real good chance the way things are trending right now. But again, there's a lot of baseball left here today. Here's the pitch. That's popped in the air into shallow left center field. Circling under is the left fielder. Sunglasses on. Cabrera makes the catch, and that's how the inning will end. But the Angels on the Ward 1-out, 2-run homer have a 2-0 lead. We head to the second on the Angels Baseball Radio Network. starting pitcher Chase Silseth has an early 2-0 lead to work with in this ball game. And the first batter he will be facing is Anthony Volpe. They've moved him up to the 5 slot here in the wrap-up game of this series. Their rookie shortstop takes that one outside for ball 1. Top of the second inning, it's being presented by Hyatt Vacation Club. Enjoy a 4-day, 3-night resort getaway from 6 beautiful locations. Call 866-440-8783 to learn more. Next pitch lifted in the air down the right field side, chasing and making the running catch on that one towards the line is Hunter Renfroe. Got a good read off the bat of Volpe.
Yeah, good jump. Once again, that ball leaves the bat. As soon as you see it, you're thinking, ooh, this could be trouble. And sure enough, Hunter Renfroe, another good jump, pulls that one in easily.
So here is Francie Cordero. They've brought him back up from AAA. And the first pitch, that one is ball 1. It's 1 ball, no strikes. He was hitting .345 at AAA Scranton Wilkes-Barre. 34 games there. He has played for the Yankees this season. Lines a ball in the gap into right center field. It's going to bang off the wall. Ball's in play. Cordero will get the second base with a ringing double. Hit that one about 2/3 of the way up that wall out there. Just not high enough to get out. It was hit hard, though, and a 1-out double. Second Yankee hit in the game. The batter will be Bader, the center fielder.
All right, he gets underneath this. I mean, at all. That ball's way back. That's basically a line drive off the right center field wall. And Moniak played the camera, and the Angels already had their relay group out there, so there was nobody covering second base.
Here's the pitch, and that's on the inside part of the plate, called strike. Yeah, Neto and Stefanik were back out there in shallow center, so second base was unoccupied. 0-1 on Bader. It's 1 for 7 in the series. Grounds this one deep in the hole. It's short, and Neto is going to throw to third, and they're going to get Cordero. Boy, that's the thing about Neto. He's so heads up out there. His baseball instincts are terrific. And that wasn't even a close play at third base.
This is a base running mistake, and a big one right there by Cordero. Ball's in front of you, you don't move up. And he is on the run, and that's just easy pickings for Zach Neto. He just got to make sure that you have Renifo over there at third base. That easy out.
So 2 are gone. And the next one, this is grounded right to Neto. He's going to flip to second, and they will force out Bader over there, who had gotten on the fielder's choice. And just like that, a quick, clean Springs Resort Casino. To enter, text the word fantasy to 714-888-7250 for sweepstake rules. All you have to do is visit am830.net. And as always, good luck. Here's Renfroe leading things off, and the Angels right fielder takes the first pitch, a fastball outside. It's 1 ball, no strikes. Renfroe, Rengifo, and Stefanik, the first 3 here in this inning. Here's the pitch that's fouled off on the right side. That's going to get back and out of play. One ball and 1 strike to count. Renfroe 0 for his last 9, and he takes that one a little bit low. Go a little deeper than that for Renfroe. Just 9 hits his last 49 times up. Average coming into the ball game 246. 2-1 pitch. That's a little bit low. 3-1 is the count. The shadows are starting to creep in from the backstop behind home plate.
Yeah, boy, early runs. We saw that on Sunday's game.
Here's the next pitch, and that is outside, and that is ball 4. 5-pitch walk. Second walk allowed by Rodon. Rengifo will be the next batter.
Yeah, early runs pay off when you're going to get to the shadows. And we saw it once the shadows disappeared. Boy, here came the offense. Both teams, both the Astros and the Angels, already started to pick up the pieces real quick.
Rengifo getting the start at third base today, and the pitch takes that one for a ball. Bottom of the second inning, it's presented by Foundation Building Materials, the official jersey partner of Angels baseball. Here's the pitch, and that is a chase and a miss.
A good fastball there at 96. When he pulled this year, 258 against lefties. Last year, again, 315 against lefties.
Here's the next pitch. This is lifted high, and this is hit deep out near the 390 sign, and that ball's out of here. Another home run. Rengifo connects, and for Luis, that's number 7. The Angels have had a pair of homers in the first 2 innings. It's 4-0.
And Rengifo does not miss us. This is another fastball right in the wheelhouse for Luis Rengifo. He squares it up. Again, you mentioned it's a really warm day here at the Big A. That ball is just going to jump, and it does, out into the Angels bullpen.
Better now, Stefanik. He takes that's in there for a called strike.
Again, this is the 3rd start for Rodon this year, and that is the 4th home run already he's allowed.
Here's the pitch. Little bouncer hit near second. It's gobbled up there by Torres, and he will easily get Stefanik. So that's the first out in the inning. Angels have had 2 hits. They've been the 2-run homers by Ward and Rengifo. Chad Wallach will be the next batter. Boy, he'd like to get a hit. He's 0 for his last 30 coming into this ball game. His season average now at 206. This will be his first at bat in this 3-game series, and he takes that one for a called strike. The long ball has been a big part of the Angels' offense this season. The Angels now have hit 147 home runs. This is game 97 of the year. Angels are leading the American League in home runs. Wallach just missed the 0-1 pitch. That was a fastball. Counts 0-2. Here's the next one, and this is popped in the air. Shallow right field. Coming in is Cordero. Going back is the second baseman, and Gleyber Torres bails out Franchi Cordero on that one to make the catch in shallow right field. Second baseman had to go a long way to make the over-the-shoulder catch out number 2.
Yeah, I don't know if Cordero catches that baseball. That's a nice play by Gleyber Torres. Able to reel that one in. That one looked like it had trouble written all over it. Gleyber Torres able to, as you mentioned, bail out Cordero.
So here's Neto with 2 outs and 2 in, and he takes the first pitch for ball 1, a fastball, 1 ball, no strikes. Here's the next pitch, and that is on the outside corner. Infield is back. Outfield straight away. Here's the next pitch. Swing and a miss. Slider. 1-2 is the count. Yankees could have never envisioned being just past the midway point of July that this would only be Rodon's 3rd start of the year.
Yep.
They are highly invested in him. First year of a 6-year, $162 million deal. Here's the next pitch, and that is an elevated fastball, and Neto went after that one, struck him out, and that's how the inning will end. Another 2-run homer, though, for the Angels, and it's 4-0 Halos. We go to the 3rd on the Angels. Oswaldo Cabrera, he's their left fielder. He's a switch hitter, so bat from the left side against the Angels right-hander. Cabrera's 1 for 4, a couple of runs batted in the series. That came in the opener on Monday night. Takes the first pitch low and in. It's 1 ball, no strikes. Silseth is set, and the next pitch. That's right in there for a called strike. Silseth, the 11th round pick of the Angels back in the 2021 draft. Here's the next delivery. That's high. 2-1 the count.
Yeah, last time Chase Silseth worked, you have to go back to the 5th of July. Had a great game, picked up a win, 7 innings, 3 runs, just 1 of them earned, 8 strikeouts, no walks. His numbers down in AAA this year are outstanding. 4-1 record, 2.79 ERA. In 42 innings, has allowed just 29 hits and 44 strikeouts.
Just one homer allowed in those 9 starts. Done a good job keeping the ball in the ballpark. But the Angels, though, he had given up 3 homers in just under 19 innings coming in. And on that 2-strike delivery, that's a splitter. And Cabrera is a strikeout victim. That's out number 1. So the first time through the batting order, so far so good for Silseth. Giving up 2 hits, no runs, and he hasn't walked any. Struck out 4. Here's Peraza. And the first pitch on their leadoff man, that's a foul tip into the mid of Wallach. It's no balls and a strike. Next pitch, and that's a little bit low.
The Angels put 2 on the board in the bottom of the first. Silseth throws a 0 right behind it. Angels put 2 more up in the bottom of the second. This is where you'd like to see another 0 go on that scoreboard.
There's a pitch that is chased and missed. It's 1-2. With the Angels calling up Silseth, they had to take someone off the 26-man roster. Jimmy Herget was optioned at AAA Salt Lake after last night's game. The 1-2, and that one came in, and Peraza hits the deck, getting out of the way of that pitch. 2-2.
Yeah, good pitch. Once again, that's up and in, keeps everybody from diving towards that outside part of the plate.
Infielders backed up, outfield straight away, not too deep. Here's the next delivery, and did he go after that one? No. On the appeal, they say that Peraza held up on that slider, so it's a full count. We're in the top of the third. Angels lead it 4-0. Top of the third, brought to you by Modelo Especial, brewed with the finest ingredients for a taste that's pure gold. Here's the next delivery, and that one is fouled back on the right side, back to the seats, out of play. Final time these two teams will meet here in the regular season. And here comes the next pitch, and that's a check swing on the appeal. They say Peraza is holding, so he will take first base with a 1-out walk, and Gleyber Torres, who's had one of their 2 hits, will be the next batter.
Boy, Chase Silseth thought he got him. He was already headed towards that Angels dugout. That was a well-located pitch, maybe off the inside part of the plate a little bit. Thought he might have got the check swing. Didn't get that either.
So here's Torres, 1 out and 1 on, and Silseth is ready. Here's the pitch, and that's a little bit high. It misses for a ball. Silseth is facing the Yankees for the first time in his big league career. Right-hander against right-hander, next delivery, and that's inside. And now it looks like Chad Wallach's going to head out, have a little meeting with Silseth out there on the mound.
Fans, purchase the Angels Coca-Cola Family Fun Pack for $44. Get 4 tickets, 4 hot dogs, and 4 soft drinks. Visit angels.com/funpack today.
So the little get-together wraps up out at the mound. And here's the 2-0. Upped it in the air into right field, but it's hanging up for Renfroe. He's circling under, having a little trouble with that one, or maybe just decoying out there. He makes the catch on that one, and that is out number 2.
Yeah, that's a little veteran move. If you have it, kind of throw your arms out to the side. That's always the universal signal that I do not see it.
So here is Stanton, who's been very quiet in this series. Struck out his first time up today. Pickoff toss over to first base, and back to the bag goes Peraza.
He's been caught at first base, got picked off by Griffin Canning in game 1 of this series.
That was a pretty good lead over there. The pitch, that's low and away.
Chase Silseth has a quick move to first base also.
So 2 outs, 1 ball, no strikes. And here's the pitch, and that one is a little bit low. Talked about Stanton during this series. He's a SoCal native. We went to Notre Dame High School in Sherman Oaks. He's a very good high school football player as well. He was offered a scholarship to USC. Takes that one low. And one thing I was unaware of, but I see on the video board, he served as a judge for the 2015 Miss Universe contest.
Huh.
Not sure who won that contest, but he played a part in who won it, I guess.
Yeah. What are the qualifications to be the judge for Miss Universe?
There's a pitch on the outside corner.
A slugging outfielder for the New York Yankees?
I guess.
Actually, he was with the Marlins at that point.
Yep. Well, maybe that event was in South Florida then. 3-1 is the count, and here's the next delivery. He's taking, that's right in there for a called strike. Two outs, 1 on, full count on the batter. Silseth's pitch, and trying to check, and doing so is Stanton. So that's going to be ball 4. Check swing, they say he did not go after it. So a couple walks in the inning to put runners at first and second. Angels have a 4-0 lead here in this 3rd inning, and LeMahieu, the cleanup batter, will be the next hitter.
Yeah, boy. Second time through the order. First time through the order, we saw Chase Silseth crank it up, really pounded the strike zone with some fastballs. Second time through the order now, it's been throwing a lot of sliders.
So here's LeMahieu, and the first pitch. Bounces one on the right side. Should end the inning. Fielded by Stefanik. He'll throw him out easily, and that'll do it for New York. So they will leave a pair on, and we will move to the bottom of the 3rd, where the Angels. Entertainment. Don't forget, download Ninjala, free-to-play bubblegum brawler on the Nintendo Switch today. Shohei has walked and scored so far. Came in on the Taylor board, first inning homer. And the first pitch here, that one misses a little bit low. 1 ball, no strikes.
Shohei this year against lefties, 271, 9 home runs and 19 RBIs for Shohei.
And here's the pitch. He foul tips that one into the mid of the catcher, Higashioka. 1-1 the count. Bright sunshine, although all the lights are on here at the Big A.
I wonder it's a little hotter.
And here's the pitch. That's fouled back to the view level to our left, out of play. 1-2. Talked about Ohtani and the incredible season he's had. He's had 10 homers in his last 17 games. He's had 23 homers in his last 41 games. Already hit more home runs than he did all of last year. And there's a pitch outside. Pops off the mid of the catcher, Higashioka. Talking about Shohei's on a pace to hit right around 60 home runs this year. Here's the 2-strike pitch. That's up and in. And so Shohei, I think he thought that was ball 4. No, he was just asking for time on that one. Yeah.
Another one up and in on Shohei. Aaron Judge was asked today by the Japanese media about Shohei potentially going after his record. He said, hey, records are always meant to be broken. He said, I think it would be good for baseball if Shohei ends up breaking it.
Payoff pitch, and that one's inside, so he does get the walk, his second leadoff walk here in the bottom of the third, and Taylor Ward will step up in a similar situation that he stepped up back in the first inning with Shohei on. Hit a homer to drive him in. See what he does the second time up. Ward home run was his 11th of the year. He hit 23 last year, so he's got to pick up the pace a little bit to equal his home run total from a year ago. Ohtani just went back to the bag. It was a fake pickoff toss by Rodon, the pitcher. Left-hander is set. Here's the pitch on Ward. Inside and misses for a ball. Yankees coming into this ball game in the cellar in the AL East. Red Sox, a team right in front of them in 4th place. They already lost their game today. And there's a lob toss over to first, and back to the bag goes Ohtani. Yankees, although in the cellar, they still have a winning record. They're 4 over 500. They've had 30 straight winning seasons coming into this year. Here's the pitch, and that's high and away. They've been to the postseason 6 years in a row, 24 of the last 28 years to postseason play for New York. But it's been a while since they won their last World Series. You have to go back to 2009. They beat the Phillies in 6 games in that World Series. Here's the pitch, and that's high. So all of a sudden, Rodon having some command issues. He walked Ohtani. He's fallen behind 3-0 on Ward.
Rodon's definitely a guy you can run on. He allowed 18 stolen bases last year with the Giants.
And here's the next one, and he's going to walk another one. That was nowhere close. Fastball high and outside. So he's already walked 4 of the first 12 that he's faced. And along the way, he's given up a couple homers. So obviously struggling out there in just his 3rd start of the season.
Fans, the official source of Game Used Angels memorabilia is angels.com/auctions. Bid on exclusive items like hats, baseballs, jerseys, and more by visiting angels.com/auctions today.
Matt Blake, the pitching coach, just went out there to have a word with Rodon. Mickey Moniak will be the next batter. He entered the action today with a 10-game hitting streak, 0 for 1 with a strikeout so far against Rodon.
Hey, look at Rodon in his first 2 starts. He had 2 walks in each of them, and already 4 walks here today. And this is 48 pitches already for Rodon. As you mentioned, it is a hot day. This is not the day where you have bad command. You usually need to be in the strike zone on warm days or you aren't out there long.
Here's the pitch. That's a little bit low. The Shadows now have gotten into the batter's circle. One ball, no strikes, lefty-lefty matchup. Here's the pitch. Chase and a miss. So the count's even 1-1. Moniak's been getting a chance to face some lefty starters lately. He's not had a whole lot of bets against left-handers, and he's not had a whole lot of success. He's 1 for 16, and there he lines one into right. That's going to drop in for a hit, and that's going to drive in a run, and Mickey Moniak continues to drive people in this series. 4 runs batted in the series, and the Angels add on. It's 5-0.
Well, this is a slider again. They want that ball down and away. It doesn't make it. It stays more middle of the plate, allows Mickey Moniak to hit it hard into right field. Not only does Shohei score, Taylor Ward able to go first and third. Angels have the train up and running again.
Only 5 runs for the Angels. I say only 5, and we're only in the 3rd inning, but the Angels have had the 5 runs on only 3 hits. Every hit the Angels have had has driven in someone.
And now, again, 4 walks for Rodon. 3 of the 4 walks have scored.
Runners at the corners. 1-0 the count on Escobar. And here's the pitch. He's taking, and that one misses ball 2. And Rodon kind of questioned the call of Marvin Hudson, the home plate umpire.
Yeah, that was not a strike.
Escobar's flied out to left. Fly ball deep enough to the outfield means another run here. No outs. Runners at first and third. Next pitch grounded on the left side. That's going to get the runner in. Second for 1. The throw to first is late. So they get the first out in the inning on a fielder's choice, and the Angels add on. RBI fielder's choice for Escobar. It's now 6-0.
Oh, and Escobar just beats this out. It's almost a changeup from Gleyber Torres. I thought this was a fairly routine double play. And Gleyber Torres didn't have much on that throw going to first base. That's what allowed Escobar just to stride that one little extra step to be able to get that, break up that double play.
Here's Renfroe, and he takes a pitch that is outside for ball 1. It's 1 ball, no strikes. Next delivery, swing and a miss. That was a slider. One ball, 1 strike to count. Here's the delivery, and this is tapped softly on the third base side. Charging is Peraza. He has it. The throw is in time. And moving up to second is Escobar on that ground out. 5-3 on that bouncer on the left side, and the batter will be Luis Rengifo.
Carlos Rodon, 57 pitches already here with 2 outs in the 3rd. And the Yankees have got some action going out there now.
So here's Rengifo, and the first pitch. He swings and fouls that one back.
Yankees have the day off tomorrow. So Aaron Boone might feel like he could empty his bullpen if he needs to, but the Angels are already up 6-0.
Here's the pitch, and that one is low. Let's pause for stations to identify themselves on the Angels Baseball Radio Network.
AM 830 KLAA, Orange County, Los Angeles, and Inland Empire.
Yankees will open up a series at home on Friday night against the Kansas City Royals. Here's the next pitch, and that one's low. Ian Hamilton is the pitcher who's warming up for New York. We also were kind of surprised to hear that the Yankees are staying overnight tonight here in Southern California. Their team flight isn't going to leave until late tomorrow morning.
Yeah, even with this 4 o'clock start time.
And there's a pitch that's high. Usually when a team's on the road, final game of a series on the road, you leave right after the game to your next destination.
Yeah. You would have your off day at home, at least with your family, and now they'll be in the air flying back to New York tomorrow.
Here's the next pitch, and that caught the outside corner, and Hifo thought he had a walk, but that's going to run the count full. 3-2. Angels with the day off tomorrow. The Pittsburgh Pirates come in Friday. Pittsburgh wrapped up a homestand with a win today against the Cleveland Guardians. They will be off tomorrow. I guess they're probably Southern California as we speak. And the Pirates, who got up to a good start this season, they are in the cellar right now as far as the National League Central. 3-2 is the count, and the next delivery, and that one is a pitch that is outside, and that's ball 4. So Rodon is on thin ice here. There's 2 outs in the inning, but he has not pitched well, and that's the 3rd batter he's walked in the inning and the 5th in the game. So the batter is Stefanik, and the pitch, and that one is a pitch that misses. 1 ball, no strikes. One ball and no strikes is the count. And here's the next delivery, and that is a chase and a miss. So it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Infield is backed up. First baseman LeMahieu not holding the bag. And here's the next delivery, and that is a pitch that is taken, and it misses ball 2. 2 balls and 1 strike, the count. Two and 1 is the count. Here's the next pitch, and that's a shot by the mound, but it's stopped by the second baseman. Torres with the throw. He bounces it in, but it gets there in time to first. And Stefanik and the Angels are retired on that 4-3 ground out. But first batter for the Yankees will be their shortstop. Anthony Volpe will lead it off. Well, the Angels off to a good start here in the wrap-up game of this series. Angels are 3-2 against New York overall. Win would mean the Angels would win the season series. And there's a pitch that is in there for a strike.
Yeah, and you never know. Again, if the three teams make the wild card scenario, and if you're toe-to-toe with somebody, if they do go to season records, so season series, so that would be a tiebreaker, and the Angels, if they can hold on to this lead, would have that advantage over the Yankees had they end up with the same record.
Pitch was fouled off down the right side and out of play. Angels in the number 6 spot in the wild card race, so still some teams they have to leapfrog to get into one of the top 3 spots in the wild card. And there's a swing and a miss right there by Volpe, and another strikeout against the Yankee hitter. So that's 5 strikeouts for Silseth, and he's looked good.
Well, one of the things you look at is the Red Sox, who are ahead of the Angels at the moment. The Angels they've won the season series against the Red Sox. Again, if they hold on today, they'll win the season series against the Yankees. Still have a series to play with the Blue Jays. Have not played Tampa Bay yet, so Tampa Bay has hit the little speed bump.
Yeah, they're actually percentage points behind the Orioles now for the top spot in the AL East. That's hard to fathom the way the Rays got off. They got off to a 29-7 start. Since then, they're 31-32. There's a pitch that's low and outside. Rays lost again today. Texas ended up sweeping them in Arlington in the 3-game series that wrapped up today. And the Rangers are hot again. They have now won 6 in a row, and they're just one win away from being 20 over 500.
And you can expect Texas is going to they're going to pull the trigger on something by the trading deadline.
Here's the pitch, and on that 2-strike delivery there on Cordero, he'll chase and miss that one, so he strikes out.
6th strikeout in the game for Chase Silseth.
And again, he's working with a nice lead. The Angels putting early runs on the board for him. That makes it a little easier.
And obviously what's different for him in this game compared to what we've seen in the past, he's got 2 walks in the game here, but walks were a big problem for him. In his 18 2/3 innings, he had walked 13 guys.
First pitch was in there on Bader with 2 outs. Here's the next one, and that's a pitch there. He tried to hold up on and went around. So the shadows are a factor right now, and we're seeing it firsthand here in this inning. The Yankees are having trouble at the plate.
Yeah, that was a really defensive swing by Bader right there.
0-2, and he just got him looking, struck him out, and that's how the inning will end. So the Yankees go down in a hurry in the inning. The top of the 4th inning was brought to you by Kettle One Botanical, a fresh tasting drink that's only 73 calories, real botanical. And a miss. You were wondering if Rodon would be back out for the fourth inning. Well, the answer is he is back out there.
Yeah, Angels up 6-0, and Rodon is a key to their rotation. They don't want him to have a short start here. They want him to continue to build up the arm strength. Again, this is just his third start of the season. That last pitch he just threw, number 70 of the day.
Here's the next pitch, and that is inside. Well, the Angels with the 6 early runs, they've taken the Yankee fans that are here completely out of this ball game.
Yeah.
Nice to see. And here's the next pitch. That's fouled back behind the plate.
They're here, but they're awfully quiet. They haven't had anything to really cheer about in this series. Obviously, the Angels taking the first 2 games. Game 1 was an exciting game. The Yankees had the lead. The Angels came back in the 7th with that big 2-run home run by Shohei. Yesterday, pretty comfortable win for the...
There's a ball lifted in the air into left center, not all that deep. Camping under it is Bader, the center fielder, and Wallach is the first out here in the Angels' 4th. Zach Neto will be the next batter.
Yeah, pretty comfortable win yesterday for the Angels, that 5-1 lead win for the Angels yesterday, and this is really nice. Angels have put 2 runs on the board in the first 3 innings to lead this game 6-0, but the Angels have just 3 hits. It's the walks that have haunted Rodon today.
Here's the pitch, and that one comes in on Neto. That ball almost hit him. Ball 1 ball, no strikes. Neto's been hit 12 times.
And yesterday he barely got hit, got to first base, and then he got hit in the head on a pickoff throw.
Yeah. Here's the next pitch, and that's fouled off on the right side. He got smoked in the face on that play at the plate on Monday night, so he keeps on ticking, though. He's back in the lineup. 1-1, and that's very high. Ball 2, 2 balls and a strike. Bottom of the 4th inning. It's being brought to you today by JAE Electronics, technology to inspire innovation. Here's the next pitch, and that's on the outside corner. That's a called strike. Crowd here today, 30,000 plus at Angel Stadium. After the Angels have that day off tomorrow, Friday, when the Pirates come to town, and Angels haven't played the Pirates since the 2019 season, so it's been a while. Shohei Ohtani scheduled to make that start on Friday night. Here's the pitch. That's lined by the mound, and that's a base hit right up the middle. Neto gets his 3rd hit in this series. He's had 1 hit in all 3 games. Little 5-game hitting streak for him now, and the batter will be Shohei.
Oh, that's good at bat. Shadows or not, Zach Neto right back up the middle.
Shohei 2 walks, and he scored 2 runs. Here's the pitch. Swings at that one, fouls it off over on the left side, backing out of play. Ohtani's held his own against lefties this season, hitting .271. He's had 9 home runs against left-handed pitchers. Neto has a big lead over there at first, not going though. The pitch, and Ohtani takes, that's in there.
Again, Zach Neto starts with a real short lead, then he does that big jump out. And you get a lefty with a real a quick step-off move, he's going to be toast. But so far it works.
That pitch misses outside.
It works until it doesn't, right?
Yep. 1-2 the count.
Now, that's something he said he learned in college.
Here's the next pitch, and Shohei was fooled on that one. He swings and misses that pitch. That was a slider that was way outside. So out number 2. And in the strikeout department, that's the second in the ball game for Rodon. Taylor Ward, who's homered and walked in this ball game, will be the next batter. Here's the pitch, and that's fouled back behind the plate. Bright sunshine here at the Big A in the outfield, and from the shortstop area over to first base, bright sunshine. Those shadows, though, creeping out towards the mound now. There's a chase and a miss, and the count on Ward goes to 0-2.
You feel like for the next hour, difficult to see the baseball coming out of the pitcher's hand.
There goes the runner, Neto. The pitch, it's skied in the air into center field. Battling that sun out there is Bader. He's circling under. He'll make the catch, and that is how the inning will end. Angels. Up here for the Yankees. He's their 8-hole hitter. Angels 6 runs, 4 hits. New York no runs, 2 hits. And here comes the pitch. That's a little bit low and misses for a ball. The count's 1-0. Top of the 5th inning, presented by your Southern California Toyota dealers. And here's the next delivery. That's right in there for a called strike.
All right, good slider today for Chase Silseth. That's one of the things they sent him down to really work on, was that command of the slider. He was basically fastball splitter, and that slider looks really good.
1 ball and 2 strikes the count. We've seen the Yankees now in this series, and again, they're banged up. So are the Angels, for that matter,
right.
Probably more so. The Angels have 16 players on the injured list. That's more than any team in the majors. And here's the 1-2. That's grounded sharply off the glove of the diving Rengifo, and then the ball skips into left field. It's going to be a base hit. Yoshioka gets his first hit in this series, and that's only the third Yankee hit in the ball game, the infield hit. Since Aaron Judge last played for the Yankees, they've lost 21 of the 36 games they've played. And only the Royals and the Pirates are averaging fewer runs right now than the Yankees are averaging under 4 runs a game over their last 36 games. There's one that's fouled off on the left side. And if you go back to the 4th of June, that 3.8 runs per game is the worst in the majors as far as offense. So they just are not hitting at all. And there's a swing and a miss. And it's kind of shocking because you always think of the Yankees as being a big run-producing team, a lot of home runs, a lot of high-scoring games, but that is not the case for their team right now.
Yeah, how many games have you said that's over 36 games?
38 games, yeah. There's one that's lifted high in the air in the center. It's hanging up for Mickey Moniak. He'll retire Cabrera. That'll be the first out.
What Aaron Judge has been out now. This is game now, I think 36 or 37.
Yeah.
That almost absolutely, you could stamp it when Aaron Judge went down and that their offense went down.
Had Josh Donaldson go down recently as well, but he wasn't hitting much at all, under 200. And they don't even know if he's going to be back the rest of the year. Has a calf strain.
And he was just getting hammered in New York by the fans, the Yankee fans. They just, I think, have had enough of Josh Donaldson.
Yeah, he was the favorite of the Boo Birds in the Bronx, no doubt.
That's difficult, no doubt. You show up to play and you are just in your own ballpark, just mercifully getting booed.
There's a 2-strike pitch on Peraza. He chases that slider and he goes down swinging. So another strikeout for Silseth. 8 in the ball game, 2 outs in the inning. And the batter will be Gleyber Torres.
Yeah, another good slider. Again, shadows are totally factoring into this. That was another very defensive swing by Peraza.
8 strikeouts, a career high for Silseth at the major league level.
Yeah, we saw Canning set a career high in game 1 on Monday with 12.
34 strikeouts for the Yankees so far in this series. And there's a swing and a miss by Torres. The Angels win this ball game. The Yankees will head back to the Bronx 1-7 in their last 8 games.
This road trip started for them in Colorado. They lost that series and looking to get swept here by the Angels on this one. They are can't wait to get back to New York.
2 strikes to count on Torres. That's outside. 2-2. Silseth is ready. Stanton would be up next. Here's the next pitch. And reaching at that one, popping it up foul on the first base side is Torres. It's out of the reach of Escobar, who's playing first base for the Angels today.
Hey, look at the Yankees this year. They're 21st in the majors as far as strikeouts. So they're not a team that strikes out a lot. They have in this series. But they generally don't strike out like they have in these 3 games.
Here's the next pitch. Ground ball deep in the hole at short. Stopped there by Neto. Flips to second to Stefanik. They'll force out Higashioka, and the inning is over on the 6-4. Lead it off. He's 1 for 2 with an RBI single. Rodon is still out there, 85 pitches for him. And the first one, it's grounded sharply but foul over on the first base side. No balls and 1 strike. Rodon in his first couple of ball games, 69 pitches in his first start, 88 in his most recent start. Here's Moniak lifting one in the air into left center. It's carrying, but it's hanging up, and under is the left fielder, and that's Oswaldo Cabrera to make the catch on that one for the first out. Escobar will be the next batter. He's 0 for 2 with a run batted in. Going to make a pitching change. So after getting the first batter out here to start things off in the bottom of the 5th inning, the Yankees are going to go to the bullpen. They've had Ian has completed his warm-up tosses. And the first batter he will face will be Escobar. A starter, Rodon, ended up going 4 1/3 innings today. Give you his numbers in just a moment. Rodon allowed 4 hits, 6 runs, all earned. Walked 5, struck out 3, and gave up a pair of home runs. First pitch on Escobar, that one misses, ball 1. Hamilton's done a good job. He's had a low earned run average this season, 1.88. There's a pitch chased and missed. Rodon, the starter, 87 pitches, 51 for strikes. Here's the next pitch, and that's on the outside part of the plate. It's called strike.
Yeah, boy, if the Angels hold on to this 6-0 lead here, Rodon will go to drop to 0-3 in his first 3 starts as a Yankee.
Next start will be in the Bronx, and they might not give him a real warm welcome when he's out there on the mound. Here's the pitch, and that's low and in.
Well, not if it turns out like this one.
Yeah.
They definitely will not.
2 balls and 2 strikes to count. Here's Hamilton's next pitch, and that's a little bit outside. It misses for a ball. Full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes. And the next delivery, and that's going to be ball 4. With the Major League trading deadline rapidly approaching, and the deadline is on August the 1st. It'll be interesting to see how active the Yankees are. You got to think they're going to be looking to make some upgrades.
Yeah, definitely offensively, they are in a funk. They know they're going to get Judge back. They're not quite sure when. We've seen it the 3 days that we've seen them here. He's been out taking batting practice, fielding fly balls out in right field. So with that being said, you feel like he's got to be fairly close to potentially coming back.
Hunter Renfroe, the batter. First pitch was a ball on him. Here's the next one, and that pops off the mid of the catcher, Gashioka, and easily moving up to second base. It'll be Escobar. No throw to second.
Yeah, that's going to be a pass ball there. Boy, this one, I think he just lost it. Tried to catch that on the outside. Barely hit his glove.
Will be a pass ball. Ian Hamilton pitched briefly last year with the Minnesota Twins. Just a couple of innings last year with Minnesota. There's a pitch on the outside corner called strike. 2-1 the count. We're in the bottom of the 5th. Angels have a 6-0 lead. And the next pitch, that's low and away. 3 balls and 1 strike. So Hamilton walked Escobar, and now he's fallen behind 3-1 on Renfroe.
Yeah, the Angels looking to sweep the New York Yankees.
Here's the next pitch, and that's tapped foul right by the plate.
Fans, 2 artists are painting in-game experience here at Angel Stadium as we speak. For details on how to bid on this exclusive artwork, visit angels.com/auctions. We've been looking at that on our monitor in between innings, and they are underway painting as we speak.
Here's the pitch, and that's going to be ball 4. That was low and away. So back-to-back walks. Rengifo will be the next batter. This is game 24 of the year for Ian Hamilton. 1-1 record, 1.86 ERA. Pitched 29 innings for them this season. Opponent's hitting only .224, but he's not been able to find the strike zone. He's thrown 12 pitches and 8 of them out of the strike zone. A pair of walks. Here's Rengifo, bat from the left side against the right-hander. He's homered and walked. First pitch chased and missed. No balls and 1 strike. Yankees signed Hamilton to a minor league deal, and he was a pitcher they had gotten off the free agency situation in the offseason. He was a minor league free agent signed by them, and as I mentioned, he's pitched pretty well for them, but has had some trouble throwing strikes here. Next pitch, and that's low, and it gets by the catcher Higashioka, and that's going to be a wild pitch, and the Angels have runners at second and third.
Yeah, this one here, Higashioka, not much he could do with. This is right at the feet of Rengifo. Somehow he was able to get out of the way. So again, Angels, another golden opportunity to tack on runs. Angels up 6-0.
1 out, runners at second and third. Rengifo's already driven in 2. They bring the infield in. Next pitch, and he weaves and misses that slider. Hamilton, primarily fastball slider pitcher. Here's the 2-strike pitch. That's low. And now the count runs full. 3-2. Michael Stefanik waits on deck. Payoff pitch, and that's a chase and a miss. Slider gets Rengifo, so he's retired for the first time today. 2 outs, and we'll see what Stefanik can do. He's grounded out a couple of times to his second base counterpart, Gleyber Torres. And it looks like Matt Blake, their pitching coach, is headed out to the mound.
Yeah, they're going to have a little meeting. I'm not sure. They might be talking about the struggles of Chad Wallach, who is on deck.
Yeah, they could put Stefanik on and instead pitch to Wallach, who's in the midst of an 0 for 32 slump. Yankees are getting more action in their bullpen. So we haven't seen a signal that they're going to put Stefanik on with the intentional walk, so they'll at least begin to pitch to him here. Here's the first one, and that's low, and boy, that was a good block there by Higashioka. Ball gets by him. That's another run. 1 ball, no strikes. Already had a wild pitch and a pass ball since Hamilton came into work in relief. Here's the next one, and that misses, so 2-0 the count. Angels have had runners on base in every inning. Here's the pitch. Ground ball hit right to short. Handled there by Volpe. His throw in plenty of time to first, and that's how the inning will end. Third time Stefanik is grounded out. Angels will leave a pair, and we will move to the 6th inning. New York native as well. Velasquez takes over at second base, so he'll take over for Stefanik and hit out of his number 8 spot in the batting order. Jose Soriano is up in the Angels' pen as Silseth delivers, and the first one on Stanton. That bounces by everybody and back to the backstop for ball 1. One ball, no strikes. Next pitch, and that's on the outside corner for a called strike. Top of the 6th inning. It's being presented by Coca-Cola. And here's the next delivery. That one is a little bit low. You can see out to the 57. And things are moving smoothly at this hour at 5:45.
About 20 minutes ago, it was a logjam out there.
Yep. Here's the pitch, lifted high in the air. This ball's hit well out into right center field, and that ball is gone. Just got it over the yellow line out there in right center. That's a home run for Stanton. That is his first hit in this series. He had gone 0 for 10, 12th home run of the year. And the Yankees are on the scoreboard. It's now 6-1.
Boy, this one here hits right off of the top of the wall in right field and kicks straight up, but then it hits off the back where the advertisement boards are, and boy, that barely made it.
Batter now is LeMahieu, and the first pitch on him is a strike. And hit the 4th hit for the Yankees in this game. Next one to LeMahieu. He swings and fouls that one back behind the plate, so it's no balls, 2 strikes. Stanton, who hit that homer, he had 31 last year, just 12 so far this season. Here's the next pitch, and that's a wave and a miss, and a slider easily gets LeMahieu. He's a strikeout victim for the 2nd time in this game. 9 strikeouts for Silseth, 1 away, and Volpe the next batter.
That pitch number 81 also for Chase Silseth. So, boy, this is the best case scenario you could have thought about with Chase Silseth. Getting through 6 innings, allowing just the 1 run. Angels do have some action in the bullpen. Looks like Jose Soriano beginning to throw.
Here's the pitch, and that's a check on that one, and the pitch was in there for a strike. 1-1 on Volpe. Here's the next delivery on the outside corner. That's a called strike. Volpe's in the hole, 1-2. Yankees as a team came into this game today hitting just .230. Tied for 13th out of the 15 teams as far as lowest batting average. And there's a swing and a miss, and Volpe is a strikeout victim for the 2nd time. And that's 10 of them for Silseth, who has just thrown his last pitch of the ball game. Phil Nevin is headed out to the mound, and he is going to go to the bullpen. So a job well done today by Silseth. Have a break in the action. The pitching change here at the Big A. 2 outs in the 6th inning. Angels have a 6-1 lead on the Angels Baseball Radio Network.
Fans, remember code 805 beer from Firestone Walker is now on tap throughout your local ballpark. The perfect beer for any inning. 805
ball game. It'll be his 15th appearance. No wins, no losses. ERA 2.87. Numbers on Silseth, the starter, 5 2/3. He gave up 4 hits, a run it was earned, 2 walks, career high 10 strikeouts. He gave up a home run. Silseth threw 85 pitches, 57 for strikes. So here is Franchy Cordero. He's had a double and a strikeout in this game. Angels infielders on the left side. Neto shaded towards second, and Rengifo, the third baseman, he's in the shortstop hole. Lefty batter Cordero, they just brought him up. Been back and forth between AAA and the big leagues this year. First pitch in there for a strike. And the next pitch, that's in there, and the count goes to 0-2. Good curveball. Two-strike count on Cordero, and he takes that one. It just missed. Gave him another curve. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Bottom of the 6th inning, Angels will have Wallach, Neto, and Ohtani. Here's the 2-strike pitch. That's a ball that's popped into right center. That's going to fall in for a base hit. So Cordero has a 2-out single. Inning isn't over yet. Batter will be Harrison Bader. He's gone 0 for 2 in the game. Bader's been quiet in this 3-game series, just 1 hit in his 9 at-bats. First pitch, and that hits him. Got him on the back. So he's down, lying on his chest and slowly getting up. Got him right around his number 22 on the back of the uniform. He's on his knees right now, and the athletic trainer and Aaron Boone, the manager, are going out to see if Bader's okay.
Yeah, boy. Oof. Yeah, this one right here, he tried to turn away. He did the right thing. You got to always try to get your hands and your elbow out of the way on something in, let the bigger body parts absorb that blow, and he did that, but that still hurts.
Bader's been a guy who's missed a lot of time this year for them. He had a oblique problem back when the season was in its infancy, and then in May he suffered a hamstring strain, so he's had trouble staying healthy. Stays in the game here, and Higashioka will be the batter. 2 outs, 2 on. Angels up 6-1 here in the top of the 6th. Soriano's pitch, and that is a little bit low. Right-hander against right-hander. Here's the next delivery, and that's on the outside part of the plate. Let's see Bader over there, the runner at first base. When he was getting his lead before that last pitch, he was kind of trying to stretch out to relieve some of the pain of getting hit by that pitch. Here's the next one, and that was not a good swing at all by Higashioka. Kind of got caught in between, and it's 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Well, that's a fastball at 100 miles an hour just off that outside part of the plate.
Ball and 2 strikes on their catcher. Next pitch, and swinging is Higashioka. He fouls that one off on the right side, backing out of play. Of all the players on the current Yankees roster, Higashioka's been with them the longest. And the pitch, that's a little pop into shallow left field. That's going to drop in and bring in the lead runner. So scoring from second is Cordero. And Soriano has come in here, and he hasn't been able to retire any of the first 3. And that wise, the Angels pitching coach headed out to the mound. So it's now a 6-2 Angels lead.
Yeah, and Well, you just kind of go back. There was nothing that was telling you that Chase Silseth was needed to come out of this ball game, and Soriano, who's, obviously, I think until Matt Moore gets back up to speed, is probably number 2 out in the bullpen right now.
As far as guys setting up Estevez.
Yep.
So a little meeting wraps up. Yeah, Silseth, he gave up that home run to Stanton, which just got out.
Yeah.
And then he struck out the next 2 batters.
Yeah.
85 pitches for the Angels starter.
Yeah, that went by Stanton. You're right. It hit the top of the wall in right field and barely made it out. That is the only run that Silseth had allowed.
First pitch of ball here on Cabrera. This one he takes and it's in there, so it's now 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the next pitch, and that's a chase and a miss. Soriano now, last 5 appearances, he's allowed runs in 3 of them. One ball, 2 strikes, looking to get the final out. Here's the pitch. That's fouled off to our left. That's going to get back and out of play. Peraza would be up next. Oswaldo Cabrera batting here, 0 for 2. And the 2-strike pitch. That's low. Good block by Wallach. So it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. All 3 that Soriano has faced have gotten on. He came in with 2 outs, but he's having trouble getting this final out here in the inning. 2-2 pitch, way outside. That was almost a wild pitch, so now it's a full count.
Yeah, boy, if I'm Phil Nevin, I might have to have that phone ringing down in the bullpen again. It's Angels up 6-2.
Tying run in the on-deck circle. 3-2 pitch. He takes it, and it just missed. Ball 4. So 4 in a row have gotten on. You don't want to see this lead slip away here, and the tying run is coming to the plate. This is Peraza. He's not a guy that figures to hurt you with a long ball, but he's been a pretty tough out in this series. Opening game, he was on base all 5 times. On base once in this game. He has a walk and 2 strikeouts. So now Wallach is out to have a word with Soriano and some of the Angels infielders as well.
Yeah. Slow walk there. Jacob Webb has just got up to start playing catch. The one good thing, it's a really warm day. It won't take much for Jacob Webb to get ready, but it almost felt like this was a forced move where Chase Silseth again was just dealing.
So here's Peraza, runners everywhere, 2 outs the pitch. On the outside corner, a called strike. Since Soriano came in, he gave up a single, then he hit a batter, then he gave up an RBI single, and that was followed by the walk he just issued to Cabrera. Here's the next pitch, and that was not a good swing at all by Peraza. That was a curveball. He was really fooled in the count's 0-2. Two strikes the count. Here's the 0-2 pitch. And boy, that was close. That's a tough pitch to take with 2 strikes, but Peraza got the call. It's 1-2.
It almost looked like Peraza was trying to lean into that one a little bit, started to stick that front left elbow out and that it was not a strike. That was off the inside corner.
A base runner down there at third base. That's Bader, who got hit by a pitch earlier in this inning. He was trying to distract Soriano. Now everyone is ready, and the 1-2. Got him looking. Struck him out on a curveball. After all of that, Soriano gets out of most of the trouble in the inning. They will leave him loaded. 7 stranded by New York in the ball game. We're headed to the bottom of the 6th inning. It's 6-2 Angels on the Angels Baseball Radio Network. Chad Wallach is the batter for the Angels. Hamilton's pitch to him. That one pitch that misses a sinker for ball 1.
IKF?
IKF is out there in center field. Isaiah Kiner-Falefa. And here's the pitch. That's a chase and a miss. After Wallach, Neto, and Ohtani for the Angels, who lead by 4. There's a swing and a miss, another slider, and quickly the count goes to 1-2 on Wallach. Wallach had asked for time, moved out of the batter's box, now back in there. Here's the next pitch. He just got a piece of that one to stay alive. Around the majors here on this Wednesday, we mentioned earlier Texas, they keep on rolling. They beat Tampa Bay and actually knocked them out of first place with that win today. Rangers over the Rays 5-1. Texas will be off tomorrow. There's one that's fouled off on the right side. Astros wrapped up their series in Colorado and they beat the Rockies 4-1. Astros will be in Oakland tomorrow. Oakland beat the Red Sox today 6-5. A's will be hosting the Astros tomorrow. There's a pitch that's low. Minnesota and Seattle, they have yet to get underway. There were some other finals earlier today around Major League Baseball. Look at some of the other games after the pitch, and the 2-2 is a swing and a miss, and Wallach is a strikeout victim for the first time today. 0-for-3 day for him. Zach Neto, who's gone 1-for-3, will be the next batter. Detroit and Kansas City are underway. In Kansas City, Tigers lead that game in the bottom of the 4th, 1-0. Pittsburgh One at home. They beat the Guardians today 7-5. Pirates will be at the Big A Friday night. Baltimore moved into first place in the AL East by about 5 percentage points in front of Tampa Bay with their win at Camden Yards today. They beat the Dodgers. The final score in that ball game was 8-5. Padres are leading in Toronto 2-0 in the 7th inning. Here's one that's hit on the left side. Long throw by the shortstop Volpe, and that throw gets away, and Neto's going to move on up to second base without a throw. So that'll be a hit and an error. And the Angels leadoff man in this batting order today at second base, and with one out, Shohei is going to be the next hitter.
Boy, a really tough play for Anthony Volpe. Everything's going away from his target. And by the time he gets it, that throw off. And LeMahieu tried to come off that bag to keep it from getting by him, and he doesn't. But alertly, Zach Neto saw that the entire way and immediately went to second base. Great read, and they are going to intentionally walk Shohei.
So that's going to be the third time he's walked today.
Shohei, the 8th intentional walk of the season.
Taylor Ward will be the batter. It's the 5th time that Shohei's had a walk in this series. 2 of them have been intentional. There have been a few more where they've obviously pitched around him.
Well, there's one they didn't pitch
they
around him.
did.
Yeah. Game 1 of this series, that big dramatic home run that tied the game in the 7th.
Here's Ward at the plate. And here's the pitch, and that's right in there for a called strike. Taylor Ward is homered. 2-run shot back in the bottom of the first. He's also walked and scored and flied out. Mets are up on the White Sox 5-1 in New York. That game's in the top of the 8th inning. And as far as some other finals in the National League, Cardinals, they've heated up a little bit. They beat the Marlins today 6-4. St. Louis has won 5 in a row, 8 of their last 11. Milwaukee leads in Philadelphia 4-3. That's in the bottom of the 8th. Reds are leading the Giants 3-2. That's in the top of the 8th in Cincinnati. In Atlanta, the D-backs have a 4-2 lead against the Braves. That's in the bottom of the 7th. Cubs and Washington are 1-1. That game is in the bottom of the 3rd. One ball, 2 strikes to count. And here's the next pitch. That one is outside. I don't know if you saw this last night, Mark, but in the games around the majors last night, there were 11 teams that scored 10 runs or more in their games. And that was the first time that had happened in the big leagues. That many teams scoring 10 or more runs on the same night. First time that had happened since 1894.
Wow. Yeah, you start getting in the middle of the summer here. This is where ball travels in every ballpark.
Maybe the lack of the shift now starting to factor in as well. Counts full here on Ward. Pickoff toss to second, and diving back to the bag goes Zach Neto.
Yeah, it hasn't factored in as much as I thought it would. I thought the lefties would really take full advantage of that. And certainly Shohei, we've seen it this year. He's gotten a few more hits than he would have had because of the inability for them to have that guy in short right field.
Yep. Ward just fouled one off on the third base side. It's still 3-2. You're just tuning in or rejoining us. It is 6-2 Angels here in the bottom of the 6th. The Angels got 2 runs in each of the first 3 innings. Threatening to get some here with 1 out, 2 on. Hamilton's pitch, and that caught the outside corner, and Taylor Ward is a strikeout victim looking. There are strikeouts in the inning for Hamilton, now 2 away, and Mickey Moniak will be the next batter, and it looks like they're going to be going to the bullpen, and that's going to be it for Hamilton. So we'll have a break here with 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th. Pitching change coming up for the Yankees. They'll bring in a left-hander to face Moniak. 6-2 Angels on the Angels Baseball Radio. And the first pitch, that one is in there for strike one. Here's the next pitch, and that's low. 1 ball and 1 strike. Jacob Webb is appearing in game 24, 1-1 record, 1 save. ERA for him this season is 3.65. Counts 2 balls and a strike. Here's the next delivery. This is lifted in the air. It's hit pretty well to right field, but Renfroe has a beat on it. He'll backtrack and make the catch down that right side, and that is out number 1. Torres is retired. Stanton will be the next batter. Jacob Webb's had a little bit of a struggle here in the month of July. His ERA for the month, 7.50. His ERA in June was 2.13. And coming into this ball game, he had allowed runs in 2 of his last 3 appearances. Did go 2/3 of an inning of scoreless relief last night. And there's a pitch on the outside corner on Stanton for strike 1.
We've seen Phil Nevin has all the confidence in the world, and Jacob Webb continues to put him in fairly high leverage and late inning type appearances.
It's a pitch on the outside corner. It's a called strike. Stanton down quickly, 0-2. The 2-strike pitch got him swinging. That was a breaking ball, and he missed it by a mile. Struck him out. Second time Stanton has struck out in today's ball game. This top of the 7th inning. It's being brought to you by Resorts World Las Vegas. Visit rwlasvegas.com to book your fabulous hotel stay.
12th strikeout in the game for Angels pitching.
Looks like Matt Moore is up in the Angels pen. 38 strikeouts by the Yankees in the 3 games, and this one isn't over yet. A little bit inside. 2 balls, no strikes. The Angels bat in the bottom of the 7th. Escobar, Renfroe, and Rengifo. Here's the next pitch, and that one skips past the catcher, Chad Wallach, mentioning the Angels catcher. Logan O'Hoppe seems to be making some strides right now, and Phil Nevin even said today, the way things are trending, he said, I can't pinpoint a date or anything like that, but he said, I think he's going to play for the Angels before the season's over.
Yep, that is fantastic news, where we thought there's no chance. At the beginning of the season when he got hurt and had the surgery, they said that he was done for the season. And he's just been working so hard to get back. He wants to get back and play again this year.
The pitch on the outside corner for a called strike. The shoulder that he had the surgery on was his left shoulder, so it's not his throwing arm. And he's doing some throwing now. He's handling some pitches, taking some swings, and the next delivery that's fouled off on the right side, backing out of play. 3-2 on LeMahieu.
Yeah, all those are incredibly positive because we're still in July, and you feel like, heck, today's the 19th of July. We got, 11 more days left in this month? 12 more days?
Here's the next pitch. That's lined into center. That's going to fall in for a 2-out hit. So LeMahieu gets his first hit today, his second hit in the 3-game series. Volpe will be the next batter.
You figure by the end of this month, he might be ready to really ramp some things up.
Yeah, it'd be nice if nothing else, O'Hoppe could play at least a full month more coming back after missing so much time.
And again, you hope the Angels continue their winning ways, and you definitely want O'Hoppe back in there.
Yep. 0-1 here on Volpe. And the next pitch, that's a liner that he hits right to his shortstop counterpart, and Neto makes the catch on that one. He's hit right at him. Inning is over on the soft liner to short. Eduardo Escobar to face him. Switch hitter bats from the left side against the right-hander. Marinaccio replacing Wandy Peralta, who ended up facing just one batter. Got the final out against the Angels in the bottom of the sixth. First pitch is a ball. The count's 1 ball, no strikes. Game 41 for Marinaccio. 3.70 ERA. Opponents hitting just .212 against them, and that's a called strike. Volpe, the shortstop, almost directly behind second. He's about as close to stretching things over there as possible. And he has the second base umpire, John Tumpane, not too far away from him. It's also very back on the infield dirt. You have to have both feet on the dirt as well. You can't have any foot on the outfield grass. There's a little bouncer hit on the right side to Torres, and he will throw out Escobar. So 4-3 on the ground out to start off the Angels' seventh, and the batter will be Hunter Renfroe.
Fans, join us on Friday, July 21st for Throwback Weekend as the Angels take on the Pirates at 6:38. The first 25,000 fans will receive an Angels fanny pack courtesy of Santa Ana College. Visit angels.com/promotions. And a little bonus to that, Shohei Ohtani is supposed to be on the mound that day.
Yep. Here's one that's popped back foul behind the plate. Higashioka is going to run out of room. It's about 4 or 5 rows back and out of play.
Yeah, there was a gentleman down below that took his hat off, was trying to catch it in his hat, missed the hat, hit his wrist. He did not get the baseball.
Right idea, but the wrong execution
right,
there.
Exactly.
And here's the next one. That's a little low on Renfroe. 1-1 the count. Renfroe's had a pair of walks. He's scored a run. He's also grounded out. Next pitch, and that ball fouled off over near the Angels dugout on the third base side. 1-2. Yankees have used 4 pitchers today. So far, their bullpen work has been good. The starter, Rodon, Gave up all 6 runs, and those runs were allowed over the first 3 innings. 6-2 Angels in the 7th. That pitch misses inside. 2-2 the count. Bottom of the 7th inning, brought to you by StubHub. The next pitch, and that's fouled back behind the plate. Here's the 2-2. A little bit low, so we have the count go full. It's 3-2.
The Yankees with 8 walks in the game today, and 4 of the 8 have come around to score. That haunted Carlos Rodon. He ended up walking 5 of the game, and 4 of the 5 scored.
Here's the next pitch, and it's chopped to Volpe, the shortstop. His throw is in plenty of time, and a couple ground outs here in this inning. 2 are gone. Luis Rengifo, the next batter. Rengifo, his first time up today, hit a home run. Here's the pitch, and that's way low and inside. That skips away. Here's the next one on Rengifo. That's a little bit outside for a ball. And Volpe, the shortstop, playing right up the middle. And the pitch, that's fouled back behind home. Velasquez would be up next. He has yet to bat in this ball game. 2-strike pitch, that's lifted foul to our left, backing out of play.
Rengifo with that 2-run home run in the 2nd inning. Yeah, just big numbers against lefties last year. Good to see Rengifo get a hold of a pitch against Rodon in this game today. Trying to get that confidence back. Angels this year against lefties were 9-17.
So it's a full count now here on Rengifo, and the next pitch, and that is low. He walked him. Second time Luis has drawn a walk. And the batter will be Velasquez. When the Angels open up that series against the Pirates on Friday night, we mentioned Shohei is going to pitch, and the Angels are going to face a big right-hander who is a Cuban native. He's a young right-hander, just 25 years old. His name is Johan Oviedo. And he's already lost 10 games this season. It's a little bit deceiving. He's 3-10. His ERA isn't all that bad, 4.53. But big, strong right-hander will face the Angels in that opening game on Friday night. Counts 0-1 on Velasquez. Here's the pitch, and that's fouled back behind home.
I was looking at you were talking about the Pirates, and they did get off to that great start. They were in first place for 27 days. Last time they were in first place was June 15th.
They have really hit the skids, though. They're in the cellar now in that National League Central. They're 12 under 500. Two strikes to count here on Velasquez. Marinaccio takes time between pitches and just gets that one off in time. That pitch is high. 2-2 the count.
Matt Moore continues to throw in that Angels bullpen. Expect to see him in the 8th.
Pickoff toss, diving back to the bag, just getting back there safely, Rengifo. Angels had a 6-0 lead in this game going to the 6th inning. That's when the Yankees got their 2 runs, and it's 6-2 Angels here in the bottom of the 7th. 1-2 pitch, there goes the runner, and that's fouled back. So we'll do it again.
And the Angels scoring 2 runs in each of the first 3 innings. Yankees finally checking in the 6th inning. Had a solo shot off Chase Silseth. Chase Silseth was outstanding in this game. Career high 10 strikeouts for Silseth. And he came out in that 6th inning.
Here's the next delivery. This is hit pretty well, but hanging up in right center field. Camping under is Kiner Falefa, who will make the catch on that one, and that is how the inning will end. Angels are retired in the 7th. The 8th is coming up. 6-2 Angels. He's scheduled to go here in the top of the 8th inning. Jacob Webb worked last inning in the 7th. Faced 4 batters, gave up a single, no runs, didn't walk, and he struck out 1. And Moore, the new Angel pitcher. Top of the 8th, it's being presented by Nike. Franchi Cordero is the batter, so it's a lefty-lefty matchup. Cordero's had a couple of hits. And he takes that one for ball 1. It's 1 ball, no strikes. Here's the next pitch. That's driven deep into center field. Going back on that one is Moniak, and that ball is gone. Straight away center. Cordero, lead-off homer, and now the Angels' lead is 6-3 here in the 8th inning. Second Yankee home run in this game.
Wow, and that's lefty-lefty matchup for Matt Moore, and this is a fastball out over the plate. Cordero is a big guy, and boy, he squares this one out. Pushes it out into the batter's eye, out in dead center.
5th home run for the Yankees this season. And the tail of the tape on that one to center was 429. First pitch here on Kiner Falefa. That's in there for strike one. He's batting for the first time in the ball game, taking over for Bader in center, and swings and misses that pitch, and the count's 0-2.
For Matt Moore, that's the 3rd home run he's allowed to a lefty this year.
Counts 1-2 now on Kiner Falefa.
Yeah, look at the splits. Lefties 250 against Matt Moore this year. Right-handers just 159.
Here's the next pitch, and that's a chase and a miss, and Kiner Falefa retired quickly, struck him out. First out. Another strikeout for Angels pitching. We have 17 last night and 13 here today. Batter is Higashioka. He's taking, and that one's in there for strike one.
Yeah, that's 39 strikeouts in this 3-game series.
We're ready. 0-1 pitch. Tried to work him inside. That was a little bit too inside. It misses for a ball. Infielders backed up. There's a pitch that catches the outside corner. That's a called strike. Here's the next pitch. That's grounded foul over on the left side. With all the strikeouts the Angels have recorded in this game, there have not been very many ground ball outs in this ball game. Not many at all. Counts 1-2 here on Higashioka, and he chases one, and he's a strikeout victim. That was a changeup. Back-to-back strikeouts after the leadoff homer.
There you go. Strikeout number 14 and number 40 in the series. Good changeup for Matt Moore. You want to see that pitch come back into play for Matt Moore. That one starts right in the middle of the plate at the bottom. It just keeps sinking right towards the ground.
Yankees have Tommy Kahnle up in their bullpen. There's a chase and a miss by Cabrera. Kind of scouring my score sheet here, and I think the Yankees have only grounded out 4 times in this game. That's it. Here's the pitch, and that is a called strike on the outside corner. So this could be another inning where Angels pitchers strike out the side. Silseth did it in 2 different innings today.
You are correct.
And there's a swing and a miss, and Matt Moore will strike out the side. So yet another strikeout. They got the leadoff homer to cut the Angel lead to 6-3. That's the score as we go to Canely. He is pitcher number 5 of the ball game for New York. Marinaccio worked last inning, and he had a hitless and scoreless inning. He did walk a batter, didn't strike out any. And Canely, who's had some injury issues this season, some bicep tendonitis, will get ready to work. And there's a chase and a miss on Chad Wallach. And the count's 0-1. Angels have the closer, Carlos Estevez, up in the bullpen. Here's Canely's pitch, and that's a swing and a miss. A changeup fools Wallach, so he's quickly in the hole, 0-2. This is game 19 of the year for Canely. 1-0 record, 2.12 ERA. He's had a save. Only pitched 17 innings, though, coming back from the biceps tendonitis. First year of a 2-year deal he signed with the Yanks after last season. He was with the Dodgers, you might recall. Had some injury issues with the Dodgers a year ago and pitched under 13 innings last year. 1-2 the count on Wallach, and Canely's next delivery, that's outside. 2-2. Here's the next pitch, 2-2. That's inside. Today's attendance, 39,141, 39141. This game's technically considered an afternoon game. It started at 4 o'clock. Closing in on the 7 o'clock hour right now. Here's the pitch, and that is low, and Wallach will get a leadoff walk to start off things here in the Angels' 8th inning.
Yeah, 10th walk in the game for Yankee pitching. You cannot expect to win a ball game when you walk 10 guys.
They've walked 10, as you mentioned, and they've had 15 strike out. Those are not favorable numbers to win a game.
Nope. That being said, it's just a 3-run lead for the Angels.
Yeah, it's not over. Here's Neto at the plate, chases the first pitch, a fastball.
Yeah, with that home run that Matt Moore allowed, it is now a save situation for Estevez. Angels also have Aaron Luke starting to throw out there.
Here's a pitch that misses on Neto. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the pitch, and that is a chase and a miss. Two-hit game for Neto today, 4 hits in the series. Season average now 254. And since he's returned to the Angel lineup, the Angels are playing better baseball.
Yep.
I don't know that there's a coincidence there.
Yeah, he's a spark plug. Mickey Moniak, Neto.
Here's one that's chopped to third. This could be 2, second for 1, but no relay by the second baseman Torres. He just held on to the baseball, so it'll be a fielder's choice. Out on Wallach at second. And Shohei will be the next batter. Phil Nevin, the Angels manager, was talking about Neto. Just hit that fielder's choice. He was saying before the ball game, somebody said, how would you describe him as a player? He said he's a winning player.
I concur with that.
Here's Shohei taking one low for a ball. A few nights ago when the Angels had a tough loss, I think that was in the Astros series, Neto just stayed in the dugout. Game was over. He was the only player in the dugout, just sitting there, I'm sure feeling the pain of the loss in that game against the Astros. There's a pitch that misses outside on Shohei. 2 balls and no strikes.
A young player comes up. he's not just excited to be here at the big leagues. He is driven to win. So that goes right to what Phil Nevin was saying. He's a winning player. He's has that passion. It's not about getting 3 hits. It's about that W.
2-1 on Shohei. Pretty quiet day. He's had 3 walks and a strikeout. One of the walks was intentional. It's a 2-1 count on him here, and the pitch he takes outside, and now it's 3-1.
He's got that on-base percentage now at .396.
He was second in the American League in that department. He's been walking a lot. He's not seeing as many strikes, especially since Trout has been out. Tani's 4th in the league in walks. Here's the pitch, swing and a miss. So it's a full count, 3-2.
Yeah, that was ball 4. Change up down and out of the zone.
Shohei has a 7-game hitting streak on the line here. This could very well be his last time up in this game. We'll see how it plays out. Full count. Canley's pitch, and Shohei gets another walk, his 4th of the day. 2 on with 1 out. Neto the lead runner at second, and yet another walk by Yankee pitching in this game.
And that's just so interesting. The pitch before was a changeup down and out of the strike zone. Canley went right back to the exact same pitch. That's another changeup just out of the strike zone. That time, Shohei was able to identify it, lays off it, takes the walk. And that's got to be one of the harder things when you know that teams are going to try to pitch around you. You have to be patient. You have to take the walk. You can't start expanding the zone. Shohei's as good as anybody at expanding the zone and still barreling it up.
There's a pitch that's taken for a strike by Taylor Ward. 2-run homer and 3 official times up today.
Taylor Ward's average back in the 240s.
Yep.
246.
Canley looking at Neto, who's dancing around off the bag at second. Pitch misses low and away. This bottom of the 8th inning, it's being brought to you by our friends and the all-star team at Rotolo Chevrolet in Fontana. Rotolo is pursuing excellence every day. You can visit them at rotolo.com. And here's the pitch. That's low. 2-1 on Ward. Little or no breeze to speak of here at the Big A. It's been a warm game. 89 when we got started, just a little bit after 4 o'clock. Canley's pitch. That's on the outside corner. It's a 2-2 count, and he's already thrown 20 pitches here since coming in. Just 1 out, 2 runners on base. Canley was a guy they were really banking on this season to give them some quality relief, but had to deal with the injury problems. There's a pitch outside, and now it's a full count, 3-2. Canley's always had one of the best changeups in the game.
Yep.
There aren't too many better than Tommy Canley, especially when he's healthy. So we'll see what gives here. The 3-2, and Ward lifts one high in the air. Long run for the left fielder, and chasing and unable to make the catch on that one is Cabrera, and that is a fair ball. And then it takes a hop and goes over the sidewall, and so that is going to be a ground rule double and a run batted in, and the Angels add on and now lead it 7-3.
Boy, this ball is just perfectly placed. And Carrera out there, just after it hit off his glove, it just shot right. He pushed it into the seats, didn't try to. He's trying to backhand it, and that's where it became a ground rule double immediately.
So the third RBI today for Ward. Batter is Moniak, runners at second and third. Chops the first pitch foul over on the right side. No balls and a strike.
Yeah, boy, had that not kicked into the seats, I think Shohei scores. Shohei was already at second base, just waiting to see what happened.
Yankees are getting more action in their bullpen. And here's Canley's pitch. That's a chase and a miss. They've been kind of monitoring Canley's pitches here, so that's one of the reasons why they have action. 0-2 on Moniak. Infield is in. Here's the next one, and he grounds one to the second baseman. Breaking for the plate is Shohei, and he's going to be a dead duck. He never even got the home plate, so they cut him down on the fielder's choice, and that one that gets Ohtani will go 4-2. Second baseman to the catcher for the out on that fielder's choice. The other base runner, Taylor Ward, moves over to third.
Fans, purchase the Coca-Cola Angels Family Fun Pack for $44. Get 4 tickets, 4 hot dogs.
So now with it being a 4-run game, it would appear that Aaron Loop will be coming in to work the 9th inning as Tevez has sat down. Here is Escobar, and that pitch is low for a ball. One ball and no strikes to count.
Angels on top 7-3 here in the bottom of the 8th. All systems go for the Angels right out of the gate.
There's a pitch that's on the outside part of the plate for a called strike. Looks like for the first time in 14 years, the Angels will sweep a 3-game series against the Yankees. And a victory pushes the Angels back over the 500 mark. There's a chase and a miss by Escobar, and the count's 1-2. If Canley doesn't get Escobar, they're probably going to go to the bullpen.
Yeah, I agree. This is going to probably be his last hitter. You're getting to that uncomfortable zone. 28 pitches for Canley here.
He's ready. Here's the next one, and this is lifted in the air. It's hit pretty well to center field, but going back and making the catch a few feet from the rim of the track out there in center is Kiner Falefa. That is how the inning will end. Angels add on. It's 7-3 Halo. last inning. He gave up a home run to the first batter he faced in the top of the 8th inning. That was Franchi Cardero. And then after that, Moore struck out the next 3. Angels pitching with 15 strikeouts today, had 17 last night against the Yankees. And so the first batter up here is going to be Peraza, their leadoff man. He's 0 for 3 with a walk, all 3 times retired. Strikeouts. Matt Moore in his 30th appearance of the season. First pitch, it's fouled back just to our right upstairs and out of play. And then the ball ricochets back down to the box seats where there's a little bit of a scramble for that loose baseball. Pitcher number 5 of the day delivers loop, and there's a chase and a miss. 0-2 the count. There's the next delivery, and that's a chase and a miss. A changeup gets Peraza. He strikes out for the 4th time today. Strikeout 16 for the Angels.
Oh, and boy, perfectly executed changeup on that outside part of the plate for Aaron Loop.
Here's the pitch, and that is a chase and a miss.
And that strikeout right there is the 41st one of this series, and that just heard that's a new franchise record in a 3-game series.
There's a pitch that misses low. I thought it was the 42nd, but we'll have to double check on that.
I think you might be correct.
Here's the 1-1.
It would be 42. You're right.
So somebody forgot one somewhere on that announcement, I guess. 1-2 the count.
Could be me hearing the announcement with a pair of headphones on.
I thought I heard 42.
Yeah.
I think that's what we heard.
I could have boxed that up easily.
Here's a little chopper that's hit the short, fielded there by Neto. Easily retired as Torres. 2 up, 2 down, 1 more out to go. So Stanton will be the next batter. And he has a home run in his 3 official times up. Here's the pitch, and that one a pitch that misses for ball 1. Next delivery, this is a ground ball hit the short. This should do it. It's fielded by Neto. The throw is in time, and a quick, clean inning will wrap things up. Angels come away with the victory as they win it here at the Big A. The final 7-3, and you can put a halo over this one. Angels sweep the New York Yankees and go back over the 500 mark with the 7-3 victory here today. Very good series for the Angels. And after that tough series against the Houston Astros to open up this homestand, the Angels now have played 6 games in this homestand, 4-2 record. So, Mark, things looking a little bit brighter all of a sudden for the Angels after this sweep against New York.
Yeah, it boils down to starting pitching. They started with Griffin Canning in Game 1, a career-high 12 strikeouts. We saw Patrick Sandoval in last night's game dominate the Yankees. And certainly Chase Silseth, who was a spot starter for the Angels today, they called him up.
All right, we're going to go down near the Angels dugout, and standing by with Trent Rush is Angels center fielder Mickey Moniak.
Mickey, big series in a sweep against the Yankees. After that emotional series against Houston to start the homestand, how big do you feel like this is for this club right now to start playing some pretty good baseball at an important time?
It's gigantic. Like you said, tough series against Houston that could have gone either way. But to be able to come back and respond against a good team like that and go out there and sweep them, that's gigantic.
Mickey, we've seen you dominate against right-handed pitching, and then against a lefty today, you get an opportunity, you take that 1-1 slider to drive in a run in this game. How are you starting to feel facing left-handers?
Feeling good. I feel like I've always felt pretty comfortable against lefties, and I think it's just now starting to see them more. Get them a little bit more comfortable. At this point in time, and the more at bats I get against them, the more comfortable I'm going to feel. And going up against Rodon, one of the best lefties in the game right now. I know he's coming off an injury, but still tough, and felt really comfortable.
Meanwhile, pitchers in this series just set a franchise record for strikeouts. So you got to maybe take it a little bit easy out there in center field with all the strikeouts going right now. But what do you think about you seeing from the pitching staff?
I think I caught one fly ball in the last 2 days, so that says something right there. This is what we need, and this is what our pitching staff is capable of. We just need them to keep it rolling, and it's been fun to play behind them. It's a team sport, and for us to be successful, we're going to need to roll on all cylinders. That's pitching, hitting, defense, glad we were able to do that this last series.
Mickey, well done. Congrats on the win.
Appreciate you.
All right, Terry, back to you.
All right, thanks, Trent. Angels come away with a 7-3 victory. We'll have the totals coming up and a wrap when we get back on the Angels Baseball Radio Network.
Join your Angels for every Saturday night.